Yes, you're back with me, Florence Armin, in Berita Satu English at the World Economic Forum on East Asia. Now, Doctor, your session prior to this interview. Do you want to share just a little bit what's going on there?
We had several groups, and I led a group that was looking at the power of young people and how we can make cost savings in the health sector from empowering young people. And my thesis is that we need to take health out of clinics and give it back to people and communities.
Out of clinics?
Out of clinics, yes. So it's not about clinical medicine, it's about the health of people. And the health of people comprises various things. Good nutrition, good water supply, good housing, physical exercise, reduction in tobacco consumption, and all of that.
You mean the awareness of actually maintaining your health?
Awareness and promotion of those things that enables you to live a healthy life.
Right.
And that in itself has implications if you start with young people and actually start in pregnancy. So the pregnant woman has good food, delivers a good baby. And a healthy baby, and is fed, and then you work with young people on those very great principles of health promotion. What you would end up with is a generation of healthy people, and then you reduce the obesities, the diabetes, the blood pressure disease, things around arthritis, and of course you also reduce cancers and all the things that occur because of the noxious things which you take. Now that has implications for the economy, because if you reduce that, it means that the cost of care goes down.
Right.
It means that we make considerable savings.
Right.
The considerable savings we make should also be used to now build human capital, healthy people, so that as they age well.
Yeah.
So healthy aging will result from that. And I think that was the point I was making.
Yeah. Now, what about the conversation, about the communication, the cooperation between the public sector and the private sector, and how this is being communicated to the public, the involvement of the stakeholders, civil society organizations?
The health of a nation, of a society, is the responsibility of all stakeholders. The private sector has, civil society has, because, for an example, even just the issue of testing, say for HIV, or for monitoring of all of us, the new bands which you wear now, that actually tells you, that's all private sector doing. And in a sense, I think the private sector needs to invest in the health of communities so that they can also benefit from what people are using and what they're supposed to use. Now the civil society has a responsibility to hold everybody else accountable so that if things go wrong, they know who to talk to.
How great is the government's role at the moment in trying in taking the lead?
I don't think it's strong enough.
Yeah.
Because I think that there is a push and pull. The private sector and industry is trying to a very large extent is shaping, the optics around health. But I think we need to break out of that. Yes, the private sector, industry has a role. There's no doubt about it. Drugs must come, technologies must come, but I think we must contextualize our use of drugs and technologies and not allow those things to drive the way we think about health.
All right. Now, and also at the current government, its current focus is on developing infrastructure. There's so much investment being put into infrastructure. We're not hearing maybe more investment being made into the education or more investment is being made into health. Yes, President Jokowi has his health card, Indonesia health card program now. How is it enough at this moment? Like you said, Indonesia needs to move much faster than at the speed than it is now.
See, I don't think it's either or. I think it's both, because you cannot develop infrastructure if you cannot maintain it.
Right.
If you're going to maintain infrastructure, you need people, innovative people, creative people, young people who would be the bastion of your maintenance and of in fact improving on what you're doing. So in a sense, I think Indonesia needs to invest on both at the same time. And I'll give an example of what I went through maybe 20, 25 years ago, when so many countries in the world were actually employing doctors to come and run their hospitals. Now, that tells you that there was a problem. So many hospitals were built, there were no doctors to run them. So they were poaching doctors from all over the world to come and run.
And also as a consequence, making health or medical sector becomes expensive.
Yes. So basically, what I'm saying is every country needs to look at its own needs. In many, many places, you don't actually need doctors like myself. What you need is probably a midwife or a health worker that will do most of the things that people need in their communities. So I subscribe to community health work. It is not inferior, it's actually superior, because they bond with the people they are dealing with, they look after them, and they can tell the story of those patients. And then, of course, if there is a need, they can then go to the next level and to the next level.
Okay, Dr. Babatunde, we'll go into another short break and we'll be right back with our third segment. Please stay with us right here with Berita Satu English on World Economic Forum on East Asia.